Right now, cops are trying to track down a young man who stole a car left running on Long Island, then crashed it into a home before taking off. Surveillance video showing the frightening moment when the speeding car slammed into the house. Inside, a family sleeping, rocked to their core as their house began to buckle and crumble. Eyewitness News reporter CeFaan Kim is live on the scene in South Floral Park. CeFaan?
Well, Shadi, if it looks like a car drove through this house, that's because it did. Now imagine you woke up to this, a car inside your living room with the engine still running. Looking at the damage to the front of this car, you'd think it drove through a house. The hole in the front of the home is the size of, well, a car. But now you put two and two together, but imagine you were in this home when it happened. What would you think it was?
I was asleep and I heard a big bang, and when I woke up, half the house was on the ground, was on the floor. Everything crashed down to the floor. The dresser fell on the bed. It looked like a scene out of a war, like I just mentioned. And I started screaming for my son.
Clearly, the driver missed this memo to please keep off the grass. Surveillance video from a nearby home on Arthur Avenue shows the moment he sped down the street and slammed into the home. The driver then ditched the wheels and fled on foot.
We just heard a loud noise.
Mikhail Birmingham's mother lives in the home. He was next door when it happened, around 8:30 this morning.
And then my brother came from next door and he was like, yo, there's a car in our driveway, in our living room. I came in and the car was running in the living room. So I just went in there, turned the car off, and just wait for the cops to show up.
I feel terrible, but I feel okay because everybody over here in the house is fine, and thanks God.
Guadalupe Linez is the owner of the car. She started it in front of her house less than a mile away and left the keys in the ignition. That's when someone jumped in and drove off. She tracked her vehicle to a nearby Home Depot, but then lost him from there.
She went to go get her coffee, and then she came back out, and the guy was already getting in the car. And then, the gentleman saw him getting into the car and was like, hey, like, stop. And then the guy just got in the car and took off.
And meanwhile, police have been searching high and low for the suspect with canines on the ground and choppers overhead. The suspect is described as a male teen wearing a dark hoodie, dark pants, and dark sneakers.